All right, so we're here, Merc80.com, and we're here with Miss LB. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent.
Should I look
excellent.
at you or the camera?
Both, if you can.
Okay.
If I stay level with the camera, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. So, very first question is, in your own words, what's your story and how did you come to fall in love with music?
First of all, my mom is a classically trained singer. So I got my voice from her, and ever since I was little and understood singing, she always told me, oh, you can sing, you can sing. I didn't really know what that meant, but I just loved to sing with her. And she always told me, you're a soprano. I didn't know what the heck that meant either. But I would say I fell in love with music with Michael Jackson's Bad album, and we had it on vinyl. And I remember it vividly. It's like a clear white vinyl. It was like opaque white, and it was like him doing all his different like poses and stuff. And every Saturday I used to make my dad play the whole Bad record on vinyl. And I would dance around the living room, and I would make him play it again. And then Moonwalker was out, and I watched that almost every afternoon. And then my mom took me to the Bad concert, and I just was sold at that point. It was like Michael Jackson overload, but that was like, I think, you know, when I knew I loved music, I loved performing. I saw Janet Rhythm Nation, you know, and we had amazing seats, and I saw Velvet Rope, and I saw like all her shows, and like just in terms of performance, like I would say the Jackson family did it for me. Then Lauryn Hill was like the other nail in the coffin, and Donny Hathaway. So those four, Janet, Michael, Donny, Lauryn, I think will be like the trifecta plus one of influences that made me love music, and that's part of my story, but I think that's like a significant part of it.
One of the things that I noticed on your Twitter is that you are like a world traveler. You're everywhere. Where have you been and why are you there?
Well, in 2010, I did 15 countries. 2 were African countries. I did Ethiopia and Uganda. I was in Ethiopia. I had a 2-month residency there singing in a nightclub in a hotel with a cover band called Baby Dolls, and that was fun. 4 nights a week. That was intense, but it was fun. I would go back to Ethiopia and buy a house there and live there. It's amazing. I went to Uganda. My friend has a nonprofit organization there, so I went to teach music over the holidays. And then for the rest of the countries, I was on tour with an artist named Katy Perry, doing like her promo tour, and now we're back on the road doing her world tour, so all the concerts and stuff. And we'll be home finally in the States early June, so I'm really excited about that. And Janelle Monáe is going to be playing some of those dates, which I'm like super pumped about. So yeah, that's why I've been traveling all over.
That's dope. So what was it like being in those other countries and singing? Have you found a difference being in other countries and doing music?
I think you like definitely realize what people like and why, you know. And it's funny because, you know, Americans, like we send, most of our music is popular everywhere else, but now like all this like techno house, like dance music, like that's huge in Europe, and it's like invading the US, so that's kind of interesting. But no, they love real music, they love soul music out there, especially like in Switzerland and Germany and France. Like you just kind of see like what people like, and I really enjoy seeing local artists. There's a French artist named Corneille who is like amazing. I don't really know what he's saying most of the time, but his emotion and his music, and then also their content, like they talk about real things, they talk about love, and they talk about politics a lot in their music, but it just sounds so pretty, so you don't really know that, you know, it's a conscious song. But I don't know, it's been cool, you know, just kind of soaking it in, and then also seeing what people respond to. But we, you know, we're playing pop shows, so that's a little different though too, to see how pop music is like all over the world. And we played Wembley, that was like 11,000 people. We played a show in Birmingham, UK, which was like 15,000 people. And that experience in itself, when you have like, especially like her song Firework, when the whole freaking arena is singing back at you, you know, it's like you're on stage and you're putting out and everyone's watching, but then when that energy comes back, it's like, it's overwhelming, you know, and it's definitely seductive, you know, you could definitely get used to it, you know, but it's also inspiring too, because it's like human energy, and it's beautiful. So yeah.
So in terms of the amount of work that has to go into a show that big, like, had you ever done anything that large? What was the difference between you as a maybe as a singular artist and then being put into a position where you have to do like these big shows? Like, what were the different kind of work that you had to do?
I can't lie. I think everything set me up like for this opportunity in a way, because when I was doing the cover bands, I mean, the one before I went to Ethiopia, we were playing sometimes Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but definitely like Friday, Saturday, driving, 60 miles to Ventura, maybe twice a week. So that's like 240 miles a weekend, still getting up on Saturday mornings and going to my other job. And you're performing, 3 one-hour sets or 4 45-minute sets a night. I mean, you still got to drive and wake up. And so when you come to this, it's like, for me, I already had, I think, like, sort of the stamina and the endurance. And I've already had, like, my faux pas. Like, when I was in the cover band, I had the experience where I completely forgot lyrics on stage and was, like, in the middle of the song in a bar, or actually I had one experience at a casino out in Temecula, and I completely forgot the words to Buttons by Pussycat Dolls. And I sat there and was just like, and the rest of the guys in the band were looking at me like, why do you not know your words? When you have that kind of F-up, you don't want to have that again, whether it's like 150, 200 people, or if it's like 15,000 people. You just learn the level of like preparedness. So I think that shit stuck with me on this gig, and I over-prepare now, I think. We have like choreography and we have wardrobe and all that. So it's definitely production value. It's like on a whole nother level, but that's like the icing on the cake in my opinion, because I'm gonna sing regardless. But if you get to do it in like a lavender wig or like an afro wig, or inside of a bird cage, like at a show in Germany, it's like random, but it's fun, So I think just the preparation, but everybody has a job. So as long as everybody does their job, it comes together, There tends to be some long hours that you put in, but it's not all that bad, It's not all that bad.